Alright, hello and welcome to this next game in the AD2L Season 5 In-House League. This time on Dire we have Prohibit, Archetype, Death, JMS, and LelaStar. LelaStar taking the draft. On the Radiant we have Shadow, M3RC, Merc, I suppose. Jakey doing the drafting. Chinese characters once again. MaYaTOVENT, and Nomo. So the bans actually this time are quite a bit more interesting than you typically see. We usually have, in this particular tournament, the Troll, Axe, Tide, and Juggernaut banned right off. Juggernaut not banned or picked so far. And instead, the Radiant choosing to ban out the Sniper and the SF. SF's been pretty strong in this tournament. The Sniper the Sniper actually hasn't been seen all that much, but it looks like they have a particular thing in mind if they're going to ban that right off. They do pick up the Troll Warlord and the Axe, however. Since both of those made it through the first stage, they would be foolish not to pick them up or take them themselves, I'm pretty sure. Unless they had a particular plan for dealing with them.
5 seconds remain.
The Radiant, on the other hand, choose to ban out the Bristleback and the Faceless Void. Faceless Void has been a pretty high priority ban this tournament, and the Bristleback most likely here is a respect ban. In last game, he managed to actually do quite a bit to harass that safe laner, the Slark, who they do end up picking again. The Vengeful Spirit, as well as the Slark. Venge has been a pretty strong pick all tournament. Slark as well. And I mean, there's not really much more to say. They're just strong heroes. They're strong together. The Magic Missile into a Pounce is really strong against any offlaners that are potentially a little more easily zoned out than a Bristleback. Once again, Viper and Quap being banned out, this time by the Radiance instead of the Dire. So potentially they're looking for another weak mid, maybe a Dusa again. They already picked the Slark. They could pick the Dusa themselves. Slark has a pretty good mid game. Pretty good early game, and the Medusa can handle the late game against most heroes, but Slark actually is one that can tear her up with all of that insta-steal. Alright, Burning, so are you able to see the drafting screen yet?
I am able to see it. It is laggy because I play on a potato, but it is there.
Alright. Medusa actually is banned out, so that would have been a pretty strong pick since the Radiant already have the Slark, but it is banned by the Dire. And they pick up a Lion. The Lion actually making it through to the second phase, which you don't see very often. Usually it's first pick or second pick almost every game. And a Bat Rider. So typically you don't see Bat Riders at this level, or in this tournament in particular, because the players, though they play with each other fairly frequently and against each other fairly frequently, they're not a cohesive, coherent team. And Bat Rider can come or goes with the cohesive.
What I see them doing with the Bat Rider is maybe a Vengeful swap into a Bat Rider, just so the Bat Rider can hold them and Slark can attack them profusely and just completely take down one of their heroes. Maybe the Lion or the Storm Spirit.
10 seconds.
It could be quite good, or even later in the game, Bat Rider can get the lasso off and pull them forward, and Venge can stun them and swap them back in the end. The Dire do see that potential, and they pick up a Storm Spirit to be able to, if anybody besides Storm Spirit gets swapped and then held by Bat Rider, Storm can just zip in and sort of make a mess of things. But the Silencer picked by Radiant prevents all of that. I'm very interested to see Radiant's lanes, though. Probably an off-lane Bat Rider, safe lane Slark, but they could put this Silencer mid. Silencer mid versus Storm Spirit is only okay.
Reserve time.
And he will die at level 6 if he doesn't have support rotations. But Dire are going to start dipping into their bonus time, choose this last ban, try to figure out what's really strong against them. Problem is they're not sure either whether Silencer is a mid or a support. But We'll see how they decide to take this. What do you think that Dire wants to pick here for their last hero? They're gonna get a support.
Me?
Yeah. But
I kind of want to say Skywrath to go with the Axe and the Storm Spirit hold.
mm-hmm.
They just have a lot of disabled, but Silencer again kind of counters that all out if he's able to get his global silence off properly. So I'm not sure.
The Skyrath plus the Lion Finger is really strong too. I'm
Yeah.
surprised we haven't seen that as much even at the pro level. Now that Lion's become such a hot pick, not Silencer, Skyrath feels like he would move back into the meta. We see a fair amount of Skyrath plus Venge, but the Venge nuke is usually compared to the Lion Finger for what it does with the bonus damage from the magic or from the Mystic Seal. But Finger plus Mystic Seal would probably be able to take down any of the enemy heroes at level 6.
Definitely. Slark might be an exception, but still, it's really powerful.
So the Dire do choose to ban out the Omni Knight here.
Dire's turn to make all the
And, you know, it makes sense since they have the Troll Warlord, the Axe. They have sort of a small window in team fights where they're really, really strong, and Omni Knight's really good at drawing team fights out past that window.
If Skywrath could get a quick Force Staff, if they do pick Skywrath, if he could get a quick Force Staff onto the Silencer and silence him, Storm Spirit could clean up the mess on the Silencer and they could win the fight.
Absolutely.
But I'm not sure if they're going to do that.
They have a couple of ways to do that, actually. They have the Lion with Blink X. Oh! Axe's jungle. So it's going to be a jungle axe and an offlane centaur. This is really freaking greedy. I'm not sure if they can actually be that greedy. But it does kind of make sense. Silencer's ult only lasts so long. Centaur can war run, or yeah, I guess war run out in the end to try and keep
Stampede.
everyone from dying. Yeah, Stampede.
5 seconds remain.
He can Stampede out after the Silencer, and it is a support Silencer. Phantom Lancer's going to be the mid most likely here with the Slark in the safe lane. A lot of greed out of both of these teams. So this is looking to be a very late game, or long game. Unless Axe or Storm or unless any of these heroes snowballs completely out of control, we're looking at a pretty long game here just because there are so many cores on both teams. So on the Dire, we have Death playing what's most likely a jungle Axe. Prohibit is playing the offlane Centaur. Archetype is playing the safe lane farming Troll War... Oh, no. He might be playing the mid Troll Warlord.
Ooh.
JMS playing the support Lion, the solo support Lion. And we'll see how they choose to end up laning this. But LelaStar on the safe lane or mid Storm Spirit. He actually went Vortex first, so this almost definitely is safe lane. Because if you don't have your remnants at level 1, you're kind of SOL in a decent lane. We're going to see on the Radiant, Shadowmerc playing the offlane Batrider. Starting to move forward into the Dire here. His Lion's already up on the hill. He pretended over there to ward the Ancients. That's going to get dewarded probably fairly quickly, and since that ward appears, or since Lion put the ward up here on the hill, that probably will also be caught. Jakey's playing the mid Phantom Lancer, MaYaTOVENT on the safe lane farming Slark, the support duo being played by Nomo on the Vengeful Spirit, and China on the Silencer. Slark is able to easily take the bounty rune in bottom, Lion picking up the bounty rune in top. I really like giving this to a support early, especially the solo support. He's going to have trouble getting levels anyway, and really, really wants them. Just some casual harass going out on this Batrider. Batrider hasn't skilled yet.
Looks like there's some fighting over cosmetics.
Ah.
Yeah,
Lion
Marvel's
actually
got it.
fairly effectively zoning out this solo Lion's actually effectively zoning out the Batrider. For a little while at least. He gets 3 stacks of oil up and decides to move back. They're going to straight regen. Just let that happen. So Storm is actually really good against melee heroes usually, but he doesn't have Remnant yet, which gives Jakey actually quite a bit of space. And since that first wave, the range creep didn't die, Storm actually still hasn't gotten quite level 6, level 2. Because there have been
he's
so
gonna
many
be getting level 6
denies.
for a while, that fan.
He's not
At
getting
least
level 6 for a while. He does have his level 2, all those creeps dying, I'll give that to him. He has Remnant now, so he should be able to deal with his Phantom Lancer fairly effectively at this point. But neither player choosing to rush a bottle is actually probably going to go Storm Spirit's way because he can spam his nuke a lot better than the Phantom Lancer. And the last of Batrider's regen being used up here. Lion choosing level 1 Earth Spike over Hex. Whether that's good or bad, flame them, not me. Let's...
Everybody flame.
how did that happen? So, Storm most likely just remnanting into a vortex. Extra overload charges. That should not have happened.
Did Jakey not use his doppelganger?
He didn't have enough mana for it, so I expect what he did is he like Spirit Lanced the Storm Spirit and was like, he's really low, I can go forward. And then died. So far it looks like Dire getting the better of these lanes, except that the offlane Centaur is about to die. Silencer is going to be in range. Oh, maybe not. Silencer actually gets hit by the tower first. Centaur gets the credit for that kill. That right click, 2 right clicks, not quite enough to kill the Slark. And Slark's gonna, not Slark, to the Centaur. 3 right clicks is what it takes. And Slark is actually going to go down to the tower in the meantime, not shifting aggro quickly enough. So Dire are definitely winning their lanes, and they have a jungle axe. Unfortunately, Axe looks like he accidentally stacked that camp there and is pretty low on health. Gonna have to run back to base. Smoke down towards mid coming from the solo Lion. I'm actually quite impressed with what Lion's been able to do so far as a solo support, especially compared to the duo support, rather the support duo out of Radiant. And Batrider actually deciding, level 2, it's time to go into the jungle. This gank onto the Storm Spirit, or Jakey is going to go down once again. He starts to move forward onto the Storm Spirit, but he's unable to get the kill because Lion's right there ready with a smoke counter gank. Storm Spirit baiting that out very effectively. And he's going to pick up the bounty rune top, fill up his bottle, and be ready to go in that lane once again. PL getting greedy for these kills, and it's not really paying out for him.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Batrider's strength will lie within the small camp and that big camp right there.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, if he's able to get it, he has 6 stacks of oil up now. 7, 8. Unfortunately, Storm is moving in, but he doesn't quite see him, so Batrider should be able to get this camp without any trouble. He's actually just waiting for the extra stacks of oil. He could kill this camp already. You only need 5 stacks of oil. Like, if you're forced into the jungle at level 2, you only need 5 stacks to kill it up. But he's going to get a lot quicker this way. He's not farming the rest of it, though. Oh, he let the stacks lapse.
Yeah.
Well,
I play a much better Batrider this. I didn't say that in game. Don't worry.
Well, it's all heard. It's streamed as well.
Oops.
The Storm Spirit is going forward onto Jakey, the PL, once again, and he's actually going to be forced to zip out. The Phantom Lance is starting to get, or Spirit Lance getting maxed out, and doing a lot more damage than it looks like LelaStar expected. Jakey, though, runs forward, tries to get another kill. He gets greedy, and ends up going down for it once again. Storm Spirit zipping forward.
That's 3 deaths on him now.
And every single one because he tried to go for a kill.
Got greedy.
That level 2 silencer roaming in to try and get something done, anything done, but unfortunately it's not enough. Storm is perfectly able to get away from that. Centaur, though, is going to pick up an Invis rune that is spotted out by Radiant Observer Ward. And he doesn't have quite enough mana for Stomp. He'll have it here soon, though. He's really going to want to go in this Vengeful Spirit. He has enough, I think he has enough burst to get it. 150, 250, so he has 400. A right click or two after the fact should be able to clean up this Venge. Yep, and he goes for it.
You die so that others may.
Batrider? Is that really all the gold you have?
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Yeah, Batrider's not doing so great. He only has 8 last hits, and I don't think any of those are from top lane. Maybe a couple of them, but
well, it is
not
hard.
doing too great.
As a bat against a lion, he has so many ways to hold you in place, and really what you do is like spread that fire all over the place when you're trying to get good things done top or in your solo off lane.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Radiant looking to lose this top tower. They're choosing not to use fort yet.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Lion rotating in as well to get that.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Oh, Lion's pinging.
It looks like they're gonna let it go.
Yeah, they really don't have the tools to defend this, so they're just gonna leave it be. This is not really the position you want to be in. The Dire draft is a lot greedier than the Radiants, but Radiant are definitely behind in net worth on every one of their heroes compared to the Dire.
If you want to look at the graphs, it's a 4,000 lead in net worth and XP to the Dire team.
Even the solo support Lion is ahead of both of the supports of Radiant. And Slark went for a Midas. That... I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, it's the catch-up Midas. Storm... Or not Storm. Centaur being forced to use... Stampede. It looks like that allowed the Storm to get close enough to kill the... to kill the Phantom Lancer once again. The Centaur's jukes for a little while, but MaYaTOVENT and Nomo are going to be able to clean up in the end. However, across the map, they're trading their offlane Centaur for the mid Phantom Lancer. So, still works out in the Dire favor overall.
And what job is that, Centaur? What job is that?
Base created, boys. Oh jeez, Phantom Lancer doesn't even have treads yet. And Lion sitting behind this tower, he wants to kill... He has finger at the ready. He wants to kill off this Phantom Lancer when Storm TP's back in. He's probably going to be able to get it. Actually, Storm decides to walk back in instead, even carrying a TP.
Axe isn't doing too bad for being in the jungle. He's been just completely left alone. Nobody has decided to run up and check on him.
Yeah, well, that's one of the dangers of Silencer support. You really don't have very good roaming potential, and you need your level 6. And Storm is going to run in. Oh, actually, Storm is going to run in onto the PL, gets the pick off. The finger goes on, or the finger comes out from the Lion, and in the end, the Storm will zip forward, even after a pretty good doppelganger juke. Looks like we're gonna see a blade mail coming out on the centaur. Stomp, not quite connecting, but neither will the leap. Just gonna turn around and right click him, say, this is my house. You can actually run forward onto this, or onto the Vengeful Spirit, but oh, he doesn't do enough damage with right clicks before he uses double edge, and a magic missile will allow the Slark to right click him down. Storm, meanwhile, killing Batrider when he went back up towards top to try and get some farm. Batrider still quite a ways from his Blink Dagger, even further than the axe.
I'm starting to think he should probably go for a Force Staff first so he can get the items piece by piece because he keeps just dying.
I don't think he's even had 1,000 gold for the biggest piece of that. And since Dire know that they have the better late game team, they are very content to split the map and just farm it up. This axe really not in a bad place at all. It's going to have his Blink Dagger at around 12 minutes. Troll Warlord killing off the Silencer in the jungle, nobody able to rotate. That really shouldn't have happened. There were 4 Dire heroes very close. They just got a little bit greedy, didn't quite have enough people in the right area. And this is going to immediately turn into a double damage Roshan for Troll Warlord. And it's nighttime now, which means the Dire are going to be able to make rotations around the map quite effectively. Potentially closing this game out here in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Blade Mail being shown by the Centaur, a last word going out, but he uses, keep wanting to call it Wind Run, Stampede, before the last word actually gets placed on him, and he's able to run away before Magic Missile or a swap can come out either. Looks like PL's gonna die here again. Storm is just gonna walk at him, but PL's gonna immediately, upon seeing Storm, just run away. Or move out with a doppelganger. Meanwhile, Roshan is going down. The troll picking him up there in the end.
Looks like they might run into this Batrider.
Yeah, they don't quite see him in time.
Ooh.
But they are going to get this PL finger being used to make sure that that kill is secured.
Completely ignoring the Batrider. Don't even know he's there. Just one step.
Lion attempting to TP out of being pounced on, but Batrider's actually going to get zipped on by Storm, and he's going to go down in trade for the Lion.
Storm should take that stack or axe.
Axe does have his Blink Dagger, but they haven't seen it yet. No, they did. Maybe they didn't with the nighttime vision. It would have been close. Still not level 6 on his Silencer.
I do agree that they should have put Silencer mid over the PL.
They would have had to put
PL go. I feel like they should have just thrown the PL top, maybe, because he could have dealt with the Lion a little bit better by dodging stunts with Doppelganger.
Maybe. Lion in that case can just go Hex first and it doesn't make a difference. And Mana Drain is really good against PL illusions. Troll's Rage, Battle Trance being used. Take out that mid-tier 1. No glyph available. Ward wouldn't have helped you there. Lion smoked up for most of those. But the flame is real. Looks like Storm Spirit wants to go onto this Slark. He's getting mana drained by the Lion. 3 levels, so it's pretty decent.
PL, at this point. Not again.
What? Oh, he got blinked on by an axe. He gets swapped out, but he actually walks back in because he's not paying attention. The Culling Blade used a little bit too early, but the PL illusion proccing spin that allows the Troll's right click to finish off. Oh, damn.
Venge did not get him killed.
So that is
Venge
GG.
tried,
Dire walking all over the Radiant. Venge didn't get him killed there. He killed himself. GG,
Yeah, he
well
really
played. And
greedy drafts.
greedy, but it ended up working out for the Dire quite well. Their lanes were actually still decently strong compared to the Radiant's. Silencer just is not a very good roaming support, and he really needs those stacking and pulling levels. His camp was warded at the very beginning of the game, neither support picking up sentries did he ward that, and that really was the story of the game. Batrider at level 2 having to utilize the jungle, so Silencer couldn't get levels there, even slowly. It was just sort of a shitstorm. Any case, thank you for watching this particular episode. I keep saying that. I apologize. This particular game in the AD2L Season 5 in-house league. And if you're interested in seeing these frequently, either get the ticket or you can come see me at twitch.tv/Knifan. I will be tweeting about the beginnings of each of these games at @KnifanDota on Twitter. Thank you for watching and see you next time.